From pistol shrimp to raging alcoholic monkeys, we're gonna look at the 11 craziest, most unknown animal tendencies ever. Yes, they are as cool as they sound. Today's video was requested by Felicia Robbins. If you have a topic you want us to talk about, subscribe and let us know in the comment section below. Did you know that cows eat only when facing the North or South poles? Me neither! It was discovered thanks to Google Earth that these heavy heifers apparently have a magnetic sense of which way is north and south. If you thought having an appendix was useless, then you'd probably be blown away by this unbeneficial behavior. There's no way that this can be of any use to the cows, just like how there can be no way that watching my videos can be of any use to you. Wow, I did not think there was any animal on this planet that could possibly be hornier than me. But the horned lizard definitely takes the cake. Sitting at about 7 centimeters long, this beast looks like a small armored dinosaur that's been placed in a trouser press. Due to how small they are, horned lizards have an extra defense mechanism in which they squirt blood out of their own eyes. The blood isn't very toxic and does little to harm its predators, but it sure does do a damn good job of confusing them. I guess that's one way of saying don't even think about it. Some animals love putting big hard things in their mouths. No, I'm not talking about Jenna Jameson and cocks. I'm talking about rocks and crocs. Yes, crocodiles are known to eat rocks in order to give them ballast when they submerge, making it easier to stay underwater. Not only that, but it also helps with digestion and keeps them feeling fuller, longer. I feel like this is gonna be the next big diet trend. Why pay for fancy weight loss pills when you can just swallow rocks for free? Scientists have recently confirmed that chimpanzees actually go to war with one another. No fucking way! That sounds like a real-life Planet of the Apes. The reasoning behind this is still unknown, but experts believe it's due to territorial reasons. They discovered a trend where one group would kill a bunch of chimps from another group over time, then suddenly seize all their land. Hitler, anyone? This next listing sounds sad but true. Over the last few decades, young African elephants were observed to search for and kill rhinos for no apparent reason. Sounds to me like the UFC of the animal kingdom. In response to this, park rangers have tried implementing a Big Brother program in which young elephants are paired with older ones to prevent their troubled teens from acting up. The program was highly successful, and rhino death rates have substantially gone down. This is something we may want to consider to fix a bullying problem in our own human society. Speaking of bullying, did you know crows have been known to bully people? They have an uncanny ability to remember human faces, and if they don't like you, they won't forget you either. Man, I can barely remember the name of the girl I went home with last week, let alone her face. Anyways, scientists made this discovery when they once trapped crows for research, who would constantly heckle the researchers whenever they entered the lab. After using masks, experts came to realize that the crows actually held a grudge against those same people who had trapped them. What's more is that the crow's offspring would later carry on the same grudge against the exact same people. If PewDiePie is the loudest animal on land, the pistol shrimp is the loudest animal in the sea. Imagine him getting snapped in the nuts by one of these. In order to stun its prey, the pistol shrimp snaps its claw at supersonic speeds. The sound produced by the snap actually creates a sonic boom. And if the claw misses, the residual shockwave is powerful enough to stun the prey too. And to make matters worse, the water temperature surrounding the pistol shrimp after snapping is set to get as hot as the surface of the sun. Vervet monkeys found on St. Kitts Island in the West Indies have developed a certain liking for alcohol over the past few centuries by eating fermented sugarcane. They even started stealing alcohol from local resorts. Oh man, these guys can come crash my party any day. Don't believe me? Check out BBC's video on alcoholic vervet monkeys. It's gotta be one of my favorite YouTube videos out right now. I thought I took rejection pretty poorly, but ferrets seem to take it to a whole new level. Female ferrets in particular. When these female fluffs of fur are in heat and can't find a mate, they just call it quits and die. Talk about desperation. They should take a trip up to Enumclaw, Washington, where bestiality is commonplace and they can get laid to their heart's content. Don't know what I'm talking about? Google Enumclaw horse death. Did you know that pigs can swim? I was in the Bahamas last month and shot this. Check it out.
So we're here in Exumas in the Bahamas right now with some swimming pigs. There we go.
Let's keep it coming back. Come on, boy. Come on. Now this guy, he swims well. Eh? This one, yeah? He swims well. Yes. Watch it now. Don't let the ball hit you.
And now for #1 unknown animal behavior. For more videos, subscribe here. This story just recently went viral, and it's gotta be the cutest thing I've heard in a while. A 71-year-old man named João Pereira de Souza once stumbled upon a little penguin covered in oil and close to death on his small island village just outside of Rio de Janeiro. After cleaning the little guy up and feeding him fish to regain his strength, de Souza tried releasing him back into the sea, but to his surprise, Happy Feet here decided to stay for 11 months! Named Din Dim by the old fisherman, he all of a sudden disappeared one day after growing his new coat, but it was only a matter of months until Din Dim showed back up. Din Dim spends 8 months out of the year with de Souza while spending the rest of his time breeding off the coast of Chile and Argentina. It's believed that he swims almost 5,000 miles to visit the man that saved his life, which he's been doing every year for the past 5 years. Now that's what I call loyalty. I feed my dog 3 times a day and he won't even look at me. Be sure to check out our 10 people who stole the spotlight by clicking here. For better.